Hello everybody and welcome back to Stealwing33 Plays Playerunknown's Battlegrounds. My name is Stealwing33 and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in Playerunknown's Battlegrounds. Happy Wednesday, my dudes. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, we're playing some PUBG today. I'm a little tired today, so I apologize if I seem a little low energy. Been kind of a long day. A little cold outside. Ended up going for my normal walk in my winter coat. The coat kept me pretty warm, but you know, it was just a thing. But that's all right. Stretch my legs out a little bit, get myself into a comfortable position so we can get ready to play some PUBG here. Yeah, there you go. Yesterday, didn't have a very good game yesterday, which is fine. Like, bad games happen. No sense dwelling on them too hard. But overall, I think that we're doing all right, actually. I mean, we haven't won. We did get a second place finish, what, like 2 episodes ago? Something like that. I, like, barely fucked it up because you know, I'm gonna blame netcode for that, like, actual loss. At the same time, it was, like, really outside chance because I was, like, in an open field and he had, like, an entire building to take cover in, which, you know, is always fun. Always fun. Where should we jump out? A lot of good places to jump out. We're on, like, a really interesting path. There's a couple really nice places on this side of the map where we can dump out into. I'm gonna go out, and I'm gonna say Ferry Pier. And yeah, we're gonna say Ferry Pier. I don't want to go to Complex, like any of these, like, small complexes here. Go to Quarry, but I don't really like Quarry very much, to be honest. We're gonna go to Ferry Pier. It's kind of close to, like, military base, but far enough away where I don't have to fight, like, 12 people when I land. Hopefully. I've said that before, and it has come back to bite me, so we'll see. Go ahead and angle ourselves correctly here. Hopefully get a good drop in. Yeah, there we go. That should be good. I'm hoping to drop in either by that blue building or this brownish building right here. The blue building's probably more likely just based on the way that you descend in this game. Blue building with a water tower next to it, obviously, is what I am aiming for. Trying to see if I see anybody near me. Doesn't look like anybody else dropped into Ferry Pier, so it looks like we're alone for right now. That will probably change, considering it always changes. The longer the game goes, the more likely it is that somebody will show up when I'm not expecting them, which is always scary to think about. Oh my god. It made the click. I hate that, like, I always wait for it to make the click, because in my head, that's what you're supposed to do with something like that, right? And then, like, alright, that second click, that should be locked in, right? My character can very likely... Oh, the PC, yes. Actually super good. That gives us 2 fairly decently armed weapons right now. Definitely need to get extended quick draw for the handgun to make it basically into a micro Uzi. What the fuck? Right, that was weird. You have to remember not to do that in the future here. Mini 14, super good. Don't need that tack stock. We'll take that. We'll take that. Go ahead and load up this Mini 14. It takes 1,000 fucking years to reload, apparently. Ooh. Nice. Alright. So far, so good. We're pretty well armed. I need better armor. Need better armor. Obviously. But I think we can work with what we have right now. 2x scope. That's good. We'll store the red dot on our handgun for right now. I don't value the handgun bullets, which is why I use them to break that fence, because frankly, as much as I think the you know, machine pistol is very good, I also think that Out of all the guns we could possibly have right now, it's not the most valuable. The Tommy gun's much more valuable. The Mini 14 is more valuable. Go ahead and load that up. Perfect. Broke my legs. Open this door. Gotta get up and get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Alright, let's go this way. There's a couple more bigger buildings on this side that we can check out before we have to start getting into, like, the scroungy, desperate stuff. I mean, we should check everything while we can, basically. But, you know. We really need a helmet. We're sort of running out of, like, free time, essentially. There's a backpack. Highly useful. I'm trying to decide if I want to use the ump or the Tommy gun. The Tommy gun's technically better in almost every way. But I do think the UMP... The UMP's got more attachment slots, I think. I think it's more stable. Natively. We also need a better scope for our Mini 14 if we can manage it. There's a helmet. Thank God. Alright, well, that's not a very good helmet. It's only a level 1, but we can... Basically, we can survive getting hit in the head once now, which is good, because we couldn't before. I'm pretty sure that the only thing that we would survive would be handgun rounds. And, you know... The likelihood of somebody shooting at me with a handgun after the first couple minutes is not very likely at all. So, yeah. Camo jacket. Not bad. The jackets come with an added bonus. A small thing that people forget about. They hide what kind of armor you're wearing. Which doesn't matter too much. It really doesn't. Your helmet's really the only thing that really matters at the end of the day. But by not having that information... it can sometimes skeeze people out from attacking you. Like, I've had level 1 vests, and sometimes, like, people try to aim at your head if they can't see what kind of body armor you have, because they'll assume that you're wearing level 2 or above. Now, the Vector's a tricky one. Technically, the Vector's worse in every single conceivable way, apparently. I mean, fuck it. We'll just take the... We'll keep the Tommy gun. I don't care. Thought I saw somebody. But I did not. At least it does not appear that I did. A lot of body armor here. We're pretty kitted out now, all things considered. We just need a better scope. This is like the only thing we're missing right now. And of course, like level 3 body armor and vest, or helmet and vest. But to be frank, those aren't necessary strictly. I also just need attachments for my other guns. Clip for my sniper. Vertical foregrip for the Tommy gun. Silencer. I do think the Vector might have the advantage in stability if you can get all the attachments for it, because the Tommy gun can't actually get a stability attachment like the compensator. So it's a little bouncy. Does a lot of damage. And it starts out natively better than the other two guns. So a base level Tommy gun is better than a base UMP or a base Vector. But I feel like a kitted out Vector is the best of the SMGs, because it does, I think it does more damage than the UMP, but even if it doesn't, it's the most stable out of all of them. You can, like, fire almost full auto and it barely moves. It's super easy to aim, which at the end of the day is, like, actually what you care about when you're looking at guns, is how many bullets will land. Like, you know, it's why the SKS can be argued to be better than the car, because, like, you can aim the SKS much easier than the car. And if you miss with a car shot, you're very likely to miss with your subsequent shots as well, because the person's probably now moving. It's very difficult to shoot somebody with a car while they're moving. That being said, it also, you know, if you have high skill, it only takes one shot from a car to kill somebody, which in and of itself is a boon. That's why I like the car, personally. I'm going to use a sniper. I prefer to wipe the person out before they get the opportunity to react to my presence. How are we doing on space? We're doing all right on space. We definitely don't need this much. 556, like at all. So we'll drop 70 of it. If it boils down that we for some reason need more 556, I'll probably have ended up killing somebody and taking their 556 at that point. I do need lots of fucking 45 though, because we have a fully automatic 45 gun, and I will chew through these bullets if we get into too many firefights in a row. Chew through them like a man at a hot dog eating contest. See, the gag there is you don't actually chew at a hot dog eating contest. You sort of just swallow them, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think you bite down on them at all. Alright, so far so good. We're doing alright. I think, you know, the interesting thing about PUBG is somebody, I can't remember, was on the last video. I apologize that I don't remember your name. YouTube names are always kind of confusing. Started with an X, I believe. Commented that I should probably edit down my videos, and I've actually been thinking about that a lot lately. I don't like to edit, just because I like the sort of unfiltered nature of my commentary. You know, if I edit, for me, it feels disingenuous, right? Like, in particular, games like XCOM, games like... There are a couple of games where, like, if I take a break, it feels like maybe I scummed it a little bit. You know, it kind of puts my... like, my stuff into question. And that's harder to do in PUBG, which is why I've actually considered doing it for PUBG. Because, like, even if I do edit out, like, a lot of the running around and not doing anything, it's hard to fake... It's hard to, like, fake coming back to that, like, in a different game or a different setting or whatever, right? And so I've considered it. I think the only thing that holds me back is just the time commitment. I already commit a lot of time to just recording the damn things, let alone, like, trying to sit down and be like, yes, now that I have finished the recording, I'm gonna now sit down and, like, piece out where, like, there's not funny commentary or there's not something interesting that I'm talking about, or, you know, there's a lot of, like, big silent moments, or, like, you know, having to, like, work out where, like, where's the tension point for this, like, that it feels really good because, like, oh, I saw a guy, and then, like, now I've got to, like, follow him for, like, 10 fucking years in order to catch up to him. Like, the commitment to actually, like, sitting down and doing that is greater than I'm willing to commit because I'm not getting paid to do this. Like, you know, I have to... It's like, that sounds like a couple, like, an hour or so extra work every time I record a video. And unfortunately, at the moment, that just doesn't strike me as, like, worth the investment. Now, if this were to, you know, pick up steam a little bit more, and maybe I started getting bigger viewerships, maybe I would consider it. Definitely. But, you know, at the moment, this is something I do for fun. And if I'm having to, like... If I have to commit more work to this than I do for, like, things that I actually, like, progressively work on... That's a 4X. This is also an M4, which I think I like more than the Tommy gun. There's a big issue with this, and I'm going to let you guys work out what that is. I haven't picked up any fucking anything for a Tommy, or for the fucking M4 this whole time. And I may have, in fact, dropped, like, a bunch of rounds for the M4 earlier. So we're going to have to go back for those. Like, we're going to have to research all the buildings that I looked through in order to rediscover anything that maybe I left behind. Gray padded jacket is not as lucky as my urban one, so we're going to keep the urban one on. The gray padded jacket's super good in fog. Want my honest opinion. I know we dropped a 70 in the mushy house, but, like, we need, like, extended mags, and I know I saw some extended mags, and, like, we now need, like, that fucking tack stock back, and, like, some other, like, there's, like, 6 or 7 items that I passed up because I wasn't using an assault rifle. I had the Tommy gun. I like the M4 more than I like the Tommy gun, for even, like, close range combat, because it is very strong and more adaptable than the Tommy gun by and large. Pick that back up. I probably don't need all this 9mm, to be honest. I'm gonna keep it anyway. Alright. The tack stock was in one of the buildings I searched. I remember that much. I remember it was right after I found that vector in the farmhouse, so it must be in one of those buildings over there. I also saw a compensator earlier, if I remember correctly. Like, we have to, like, research every single one of these houses now. Which ain't great, because we don't really have a lot of time to do that. Nope. Okay. Just make sure everything's loaded. Alright. I remember, I think it was one of the... We should search everything that's going to be in the blue in a little bit. Because we'll have extra time to search the other buildings again. In a hot minute here. Pick up that stun grenade. The stun grenades are not very useful. But I did find out an interesting secret. If you cook a stun grenade in your hands and it goes off, it doesn't blind you. It only blinds people around you. So what you can do is you can actually, like... If somebody's, like, rounding a corner and they're about to attack you, and you think you have enough time, you can actually cook off the stun grenade in your hand. And blind them as they round, like, a corner. And then they won't be able to, like, deal with you anymore. Because, like, they'll be blind. And then you'll have, like, an easier time killing them. Risky business, but it is a thing you can do. Potentially good if you don't have a gun. There's the tack stock. Nice. Alright. I'm glad I pieced that together, actually. Because the tack stock is what makes the M4 better than the Scar, by and large. Basically, the two guns are equal in almost every capacity until you get a tack stock, and then the M4 is more stable in every situation. So you end up with, you know, the ability to fire more rounds consistently like this. It also helps you control it, things like that. So it's a very good gun. Very good indeed. We'll pick that up for right now. I remember there being extended mag somewhere. It might have been in the other farmhouse. But I remember seeing extended mags for an assault rifle somewhere. Quick draw is fine too. And then obviously both of them are inferior to extended quick draw. But, you know, we're going to work with what we got now. Literally haven't seen another human being this whole time. It's been a game. Sometimes PUBG's like this, you know? We're top 25 almost. Still haven't seen another living human being. Haven't even seen a dead human being. No crates. Haven't seen shit. That's okay. Ah, there's a compensator. Alrighty. Red dot. Is a red dot better than a 2x? Yes. I'm going to keep the 2x so we can slap it on the Mini 14 later if we need to. We have the space. We got a level 3 bag, so I'm not feeling it right now. Okay, Tom told me how to do this. So you basically jump and crouch at the same time. You have to, like, hit both the C and the spacebar at the same time, but you have to, like, get a running start when you do it. There you go. And, like, apparently that's how you jump through windows, is you have to, like, jump and hit crouch at the same time. Yeah. You're like, ugh. You can kind of see it when I do it right. Like, character does, like, a weird thing. It's really weird. There we go. Top 25. We made it. I didn't see a single other living person. And, like, here's the thing. I'm not, like, hiding in a building. I've been running around looting this whole time. Just nobody came to Ferry Pier. We gotta go up the mountain, but let's, I want to check these buildings real quick. At least that big brown one over there, because that one's really quick to search. This building appears to be one of those one-story buildings. And sometimes these contain nice stuff that maybe I would want. Sounds like Chloe is home. Judging by the noise I'm hearing outside. Or I'm about to get murdered. One or the other. I don't know, we'll see. Either way. Yeah, I'm not very far from the circle, so I'm not feeling the pressure. If I pull out my handgun and run, I'm pretty sure I'll make it ahead of the circle. I think I'm on the good end of the circle as well. Yeah, I'm on the good end of the circle as well. So we got pretty lucky this time. These buildings were garbage, but that's okay. We could take the Uaz, but I don't really see the point. I'm trying to keep my eyes peeled for bad people. But, I mean, honestly, I'd be surprised if somebody came up behind me right now. There's more likely that people are going to be in these buildings ahead of me. The ones I'm running at right now. Just because it's safe over here. So, it's very likely that somebody will have taken over one of these buildings. So we are not going to go to the right. It definitely looks like someone's been in this building. So we're going to get inside. Oh, okay. I know which building or which plot of land we're in. Tom, Eric, and I come here sometimes. It's not a very good complex. There's normally a lot of gear here. But the key issue being that there's just too many buildings. And there's like a little pot of buildings here. Alright. Looks like we've got this building to ourselves right now. Which is good. We'll wait here until the circle closes, and then we'll move ahead. We're going to sweep the building real quick, just to make sure that there's no one else in here. Good. All right, now that we know there's no one else in here, we're going to not stand in the obvious places. We're instead going to stand over here. It looks like somebody must have come through here. They either landed here or they came through here earlier. Well, now we're inside of here with a person. I really don't want this to turn into a video where I spent 23 minutes alone and then got killed by the first person I saw. Alright, that's not working. Alright, we gotta get out of here. Should have taken the Jeep. Oh, this is bad. It's a big ass open field, and I'm like pretty sure there's a person behind us. So if we start getting attacked, our only recourse is to whip around and try to kill them before they kill us. Which is never, never a good thing. Alright, hopefully that rock ahead of us is safe. I see the guys by the butt hut over there. Alright. We didn't die to the first person we saw. I can't tell if they're dead or not. I can't tell if they're dead or not. Alright. Someone shot at me from this way as well, but we gotta move. So, we'll just zigzag. I hope that's enough. Our armor didn't look like it took any... Oh! Oh, my damn it. Our armor doesn't look like it took any damage. So, that means that they probably hit us in the arm a whole bunch. Big fight kicking off over by that drop up there. We're gonna go for that butt hut. Oh, I blinded myself. Alright. I don't know. We didn't get a kill, so... We didn't kill that dude in the blue. We live here now. Apparently we're gonna be doing this one stealthy. We're going to move around the edge of the circle instead of going straight into it. Because I want to keep as much of the blue at my back as humanly possible. Ah, damn it. Yeah, alright. That's what I figured was going to happen. Top 5, or top 6, not bad. Top 10, rather. I guess top 10 makes more sense. That kind of blows. That was not a great video, but we didn't die. Sometimes the way the game is, and you know what? I think I did some good commentary during that anyway. So with that, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys like what you saw, let me know. If you guys want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date on when I post more videos. And if you really like what you saw, leave a like. Helps the channel grow, helps me out a great deal. But of course, with that, thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye!